Hi guys, what's up? It's Hollywood. Trying to get ready to play some Call of Duty. I got my little headset, my little wireless pink controller. See the pink of the controller? You can't really see. It's like all fuzzy, but it's whatever. I got a couple things that I need to say because I tell you what, some things have been irking me, and I just gotta say them, like, for real. I was watching this thing on TV today. They were talking about Bing.com, and if you type in some random words, click on the videos, see what videos pop up. So I got home tonight and I was like, hey, let's do it. Let's see what comes up. I typed in some random words and I got this video of this kid get hit in the face with a shoe. It was funny, like I was cracking up. But then there's this other video of this kid sitting in a chair, like not like this, but it was like a computer chair, and it's called John's Chair. Is what he calls his little show that he does. And he just started doing random, stupid, retarded stuff on the internet. Like, are you trying to get famous? Like, stop it. Stop that. You're not funny. Like, it's like that kid that does the same driver video or whatever, where he's freaking out in the car. Like, that's funny. I was cracking up when I saw that video. But it's like the Fred videos. Those videos are not funny. Have you ever seen the Fred videos? Because they're not funny. Like, I watched one, and I was like, what is this? This kid needs to stop. He got famous off that. Really? You really got famous off the Fred videos? Like, he like does acting. I saw him on iCarly one time. I was like, really? Yeah. What is this? Like, I'm not using the internet to get famous. I don't care who watches this. I don't care if you're important or not. I don't want money from you. I don't care how many views I get. It's just my eye itches. I'm like this all the time, all day, every day. I'm random. I'm energetic. Out there. It's me every day, all day. I don't care. It's not something it's not a goal of mine to get famous off the internet. I just have things in my mind and in my daily life that I just want to share with everybody. Like, I'm not trying to get famous. I don't want your money. Stop it. Like, stop. You're not funny. Anyway, another thing that I realized that just irks me to my core. I hate being singled out. I absolutely, utterly hate being singled out. Just gotta breathe a little bit. I work Saturday through Wednesday. Fridays is dress down day at work. If you look in our policy book at work, our the book that has all the rules for call-offs and write-ups and all that stuff, it says for our work attire that we have to dress according to our job task to be able to do it efficiently, basically is what it says. Which means we should wear clothes that we can work in. Well, Fridays, we're allowed to wear jeans. They want us to wear scrubs during the week and the weekends and all this stuff. Well, I was wearing jeans one day. My administrator comes up to me, and he was like, I have scrub pants for you to put on, blah, 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 whatever. No, you're not going to tell me that I can't wear jeans on a Saturday when I don't work on Friday, and it's not policy for us to wear scrubs. You don't buy us scrubs. You don't give us a uniform check. We don't have uniforms. Like, I'm not going to go out and buy myself 100 pairs of scrubs out of my own pocket because you asked me to. That's not happening. The only reason why I have scrubs now is because when I worked at county, they gave us uniform check. And I bought scrubs with the uniform checks that they gave us. Plus, I got people who don't work in the nursing field anymore that gave me some of their scrubs. I'm not going to go out of my pocket to buy scrubs. They're expensive. If you ever buy a pair of scrubs, a pair of pants, scrub pants is like $16. I'm not spending $16 for a pair of scrub pants. You're crazy. If you want to buy it, if the facility wants to buy it, I have no problem wearing them. But I'm not going to go out of my pocket to buy scrub pants. Like, and don't single me out. Don't yell at me for something that everybody else does. I bet you anything there were like 10 people wearing jeans that day. But he said something to me about it. I want to tell you something right now. I didn't put those scrub pants on. He didn't even bring them to me. Like, I'm sure he saw like 5 other people. He could have written me up for it. That's fine. Write me up. I don't care. But it's a stupid thing to write me up for. Another thing that people do that we're technically not supposed to do, but everybody does it. Look at these things. They're called shower shoes. They're these mesh shoes that cover your entire foot. On the bottom, it's like a rubber tread that fits the curve of your foot. They're comfortable. I wear them all the time. I know I can name 10 other people that wear them all the time. But I had a nurse who I didn't even know was a nurse because she doesn't dress according to her work attire. If you were an RN, you should dress like an RN. That's all I gotta say. But she was like, I don't think you're supposed to wear those. You should probably change your shoes. I wanted to be like, how about you stop wearing Egyptian high heels and skirts and dresses and pretty little outfits to work and wear something that an RN should wear to work. Like, what if something happened and there's no other RN that could do something for this resident but her? How's she gonna do something state of an emergency? You can't in heels. I'm sorry, sweetheart. I don't care who you are. And I'm pretty sure you'd get in trouble if you took your shoes off. Like, what if the place got caught on fire? What's she gonna do in heels? Nothing. She's gonna save her own big behind and get out of the building and not be able to help us get the residents out of the building. Like, that's stupid. Dress according to your work attire. I don't like that. Don't single me out. That day that she yelled at me, there was a nurse that was upstairs with me who wore flip-flops. Really? You're going to yell at me for wearing something that covers my entire foot, but you're not going to yell at the nurse that's wearing flip-flops. We're not supposed to wear flip-flops. We're not supposed to wear open-toed shoes. Anything with holes in it, we're not supposed to wear. Crocs with holes in it, we can't wear them. We get yelled at for it. And even then, like with Crocs with the straps on them, we can't wear those unless the strap is not behind our foot because it's a hazard. How is that a hazard? I don't even know. And there's another time I was changing a resident, and I had her standing up, and I was changing the brief. Her brief was empty, whatever. I go to clean her, she takes a dump on my shoe. And it was that black, tacky, tarry, gross, disgusting shoe because she obviously takes iron pills. If a person with a lot of iron in it has black, tacky BM. But it got into the mesh and the crevices of my shoe, and I couldn't get it out. So I went to my administrator, told him about it. He told me he would replace the shoes. I didn't have any sneakers. I have one pair of sneakers. They're my work shoes. I don't wear sneakers unless I'm at work. Other than that, I wear my flats or I wear my flip-flops. Or in the winter, I wear my boots. That's it. That's all I wear. That's all I own. I own like 6 pairs of shoes, like honestly. And I have my basketball shoes that I won't wear to work because they're $150 pair of freaking Carmelo shoes. And I'm not going to wear my Jordans to work. You're crazy. So I didn't have any shoes. So I put my flip-flops on. And this nurse yelled at me for wearing the flip-flops when her co-nurse that was on the unit with her was wearing flip-flops. I don't care if she's your peer or not. I don't care if you're above her or not. If you're going to yell at me for wearing flip-flops, you better yell at her for wearing flip-flops. And not to mention, I already talked to my supervisor that day about it, and he was like, it's okay, don't worry about it. When you get shoes, wear the shoes. It's cool. We're not worried about it. He didn't care. He's my supervisor. He's above her. How are you going to yell at me when he said it was okay? Really? So I put on shower shoes, and she still yelled at me. I was like, these are better than flip-flops. What do you want me to do? Like, get off my back. Another thing that flips me out, the same nurse. Ooh. I don't like when people try to one-up you all the time. Like, if I have a problem, your problem's 10 times worse. Or if I'm doing something, you've already done it. Or if I'm planning this trip, the trip that you're planning is 10 times better. Or when I'm having a bad day, your bad day is 100 times worse. I hate that. We were sitting outside one time, and one of my friends, Sarah, was talking about her daughter and about how she might have cystic fibrosis or something like that. And she might have to pay out of pocket for all this money, and she was really concerned about it. And we're sitting there talking to her, trying to, talk her through it. And this woman was like, well, my son, this, that, and the third, all this medicine that I have to pay for him because he has ADHD and this, that, and the third. I wanted to be like, ain't nobody talking to you. We don't care about your son. This conversation has nothing to do with you. Stay out of it. Mind your business. Mind your business. Really? I was talking to her. We were outside talking to this girl that was pregnant about labor and labor pains and stuff. I was in labor for 36 hours. I didn't get pain medicine until like the last 7. It's not. I'm not trying to brag about it, but that's just how it was. I dealt with the pain until I couldn't deal with the pain anymore. And she was like, well, I was in labor for 3 days, and then I had an emergency C-section. What does it have to do with me? Nothing. I don't care about you and your labor. We're talking about me and this other girl and how I'm going to help her. Like, no. We didn't include you into this conversation. Don't jump in and put in your 2 cents and tell us how you're so much better or so much worse than the situation. Like, I hate that. I absolutely hate it. I just want to slap her. Like, shut up. We were talking another time. We were in the dining room talking about Neil Diamond. And she was like, it was just like, oh, this song's by Neil Diamond. And she just pops out of nowhere. Oh, I went to a Neil Diamond concert. So? We don't care. Toot your own freaking horn. Do you want a cookie? Do you want a trophy? Do you want a sticker? Shut up. Like, just shut your mouth. I don't care. That nurse, I don't like that nurse anyway. She needs to stay away from me because that's one thing that she just does that I just can't stand it. So I don't talk to her. Like, I just don't talk to her. Another thing that I realized about singling me out, this singled me out. We had an incident that happened at work that needs to be investigated by the police. So, I'm not going to go into detail about the incident So don't even ask me because I'm not going to talk to you about. But I did have a call from a sheriff in Horseheads, and he was like, would you mind coming in for a lie detector test? I was like, yeah, sure, I don't care. And then when I got to work, I was talking to a girl about it, and she was like, well, he didn't call me. And that kind of slipped into my head. Why was I the only person called? So I started talking to other people. I was definitely the only person called. That made me mad. Everybody that could have been involved in this incident should have been called. Should have been questioned. Why am I the only person getting called? If he had called me back and asked me to take this lie detector test, I would like, you better lie detector test everybody in that facility because you're not going to single me out. Don't single me out. Please don't do that. You're just going to make me mad. I don't want to mad. I don't want to get mad. Like, I don't like being frustrated at work. I'm going to work to do my job, make my money, and go home. I'm not there to make friends. I'm not there to deal with your drama and your stress. Just to make money and go home. Like, don't put all this extra problems on me. I don't like it. It just frustrates me. And this is just the last little tidbit of my conversation. I just thought I'd throw this cherry on top of the icing. Whatever. Whipped cream. Whatever. We had a little incident that happened today. Kind of scared me a little bit. You know when if you've ever been to a hospital and in the bathrooms they have that cord that you pull for assistance or whatever if you need assistance while you're in the bathroom? Well, we have those in the bathroom at work, which is cool. But we had one going off. Like when you pull it, it sends this beeping message up at the nurse's station to let know somebody's in the bathroom. Well, we look at the board. We can't tell where the beeping's coming from. Like there's a box and there's light flashing. We're looking everywhere to find out where the light is flashing. Can't find the flashing. We still hear the beeping. Come to find out, the bathroom light that was pulled was downstairs in the therapy room. Which is weird. We don't know why our board was going off with the therapy room going off. But somehow it's connected. The therapy room has been locked since yesterday afternoon when they left at 4 or 5 or whenever they left. They don't have therapy on the weekends. So why is it that the door was locked and the cord was pulled? Like, who's going to pull the cord? It's ghost. We're haunted. It's haunted. It's a little scary, but other than that, I'm about to play Call of Duty because I'm bored and I don't want to sit here and talk to you guys anymore. I want to play Call of Duty and kill some noobs. So I'm going to do that. You guys have fun. Deuces. I'll talk to y'all later.